Ooh, natural 20. So, what is Dungeons & Dragons anyway? Well, imagine the world's longest running improv show, but with swords, dragons, and a disturbingly high mortality rate. It's a game where a bunch of friends sit around a table, pretend to be other people, and make chaotic decisions that somehow become the best stories that you've ever told. It's also known as group therapy for people that can't afford real therapy. Anyways, at its core, D&D is a storytelling game. One person, the Dungeon Master, or the DM, plays God, narrator, and chaos engine all at once. The rest of the players around the table are heroes, villains, thieves, idiots, and the occasional bard who flirts with inanimate objects. You describe what your character wants to do. Fight a troll, steal a gem, seduce the blacksmith, whatever, and then you roll dice to see if it works. It's like life, except for in life you don't get to roll to see if your terrible decisions actually work. The dice are the heartbeat of the game, right? They decide everything. Your successes, your failures, and sometimes your very dramatic death because you forgot that the goblin you were fighting had friends. Anyways. But what really makes D&D incredible isn't just the numbers or the rules. It's the fact that everything that happens is powered by your imagination. The game lives and dies in the collective chaos of your group's creativity and your DM's ability to keep it all from unraveling. Spoiler, it unravels a lot. Anyways, and the stories that come out of that chaos, well, they are gold. They're amazing. They're the kind of stories that you remember years later, like the time that your druid turned into a swarm of bees and left the party for dead. Or the time your bard bought a child from a couple in town and then that child turned out to be the big bad villain at the end of the story. That's just the magic of it though. It's not that you're just playing a game, you're telling a story together. Every roll of the dice, every what if your character saves the world, and what if they don't? And then what if in trying they become something else entirely? That's why D&D has lasted for 50 years. It's the most creative collaboration on Earth. It's part improv, it's part strategy, and it's part absolute nonsense. And it's all storytelling. There's no winning in D&D. There's just surviving the night and trying to make a cinematic story along the way. It's a game where your dumbest ideas make for the best memories, and your best ideas end with, well, I guess I'm making a new character. Just the way that it is. And that's the beauty of it. D&D isn't about perfection, it's about the story that happens when everything goes wrong. So, Dungeons & Dragons is part math, yes, it's part imagination, of course, and it's part emotional damage. But at its best, it's an excuse to sit down with your favorite people, turn your brains off, and tell a story that no one else could ever replicate. And if that sounds incredibly dramatic, well, good, it should. Because the dragons might be imaginary, and yeah, but the memories, they are very real, right? Welcome to the party, and if this isn't, enough to get you motivated to try the game, I guess I might have to just try to roll my persuasion again, natural 20. Welcome.